What's up, MMO Attack fans? This is Zach here, bringing you a first impressions video for ChronoBlade, a new browser game currently in closed beta, published and developed by Inway. This is basically your main menu screen. It talks about a weekly tournament here, but you have a world map. There's access to the tournament. Check your inventory, skill trees, different characters, and an item shop. We can click on the characters icon, and it looks like there are 4 characters which we can pick from. Only one of which I can actually select right now. This guy, Auroch. And then we can't click. Oh, we can click on. Well, we can't click on the other ones. I think the last 2 actually are coming soon, so we can't use them right now anyway. But if we defeat Chapter 1, we can access the second one. And as I understand it, each character has a drastically different playstyle. This guy's definitely more physical. He moves kind of slow, and his attacks are kind of slow, but they pack a lot of firepower. We're going to go ahead and stay with him, so we're just going to click select. And I didn't mean to go in there. But basically, this game is very, very similar to something like Dungeon Finder Online or something like Elsword. It's more like Elsword in that it's 3D, but side-scrolling, and it's sort of a beat-em-up. It does have some very MMORPG-centric features, such as skill trees, like you have. For this guy, you have Stonebreaker and Berserker, 2 different types of abilities. The square abilities are essentially attacks, and the circle abilities are what they call traits, which are essentially passive skills. Like, for example, Brawler increases Auroch's armor, reducing damage from all attacks. So we can go ahead and put some points into that. And then we can do Stone Splitter, which is an actual attack. Tear the earth, tossing your unfortunate foes into the air. Or we can do Mock, ridicule your foes becoming stronger based on how many hear your damaging words. We're going to go ahead and put some more points into Stone Splitter. And then we have another ability which we got access to. Sucker Punch requires 5 points to Stonebreaker. A translating punch that hits a group of enemies and does massive damage to enemies at full health. Yeah, I like that. So we're going to click that, and we're going to drag it all the way over. And then we're going to click save once we run out of our points. So we're going to go ahead and go back. Okay, now we're ready to see actual gameplay footage. So to do that, we have to click the world map, and this is essentially where you can go from stage to stage. And basically, we can go back to other stages, and there's higher difficulty levels, of course, you can pick from once you clear the original stage. But we're going to go ahead and pick the most recent one, difficulty level 5. Lowlands Bridge. This watchtower has been vacant for many years. What secrets does it hold? And here's what I was talking about. You can select normal, hard, or heroic. Of course, you have to complete normal before you do hard, and then I would assume you have to complete hard before you do heroic. So there again, we're going to have to go with normal. It's a loading screen. It says directional blocking. Hold A and tap in the direction of an incoming attack. Essentially, again, this game is very, very similar to something like Elsword. You use your arrow keys to move backwards, forwards, down, and up. And then you use your W, A, S, and D keys for your attacks. You use your A key to block, your S key to punch, your D key for another quicker punch, and then your Q, W, and E keys, and R, but I don't have an R ability, for your special attacks. And this game's all about the combos. At the end of every single match, you're going to be rated, or every single stage, you're going to be rated on how well you did, and how well you did is based on the score you have, and the score you get is based on the number of high combos that you get. And this game is actually very, very satisfying to play this game in the way that you can just kind of toss these guys around like this. And the art style is very well too. The art style is good. It's very colorful. I like the fonts and the colors of the fonts and everything like that. It's very pleasing to the eye, at least. And it's got good sound effects, which I know you guys can't hear the sound effects because I like to play with the sound effects off when I'm talking because it makes it easier for you guys to hear me. But if you could, just trust me when I say the game sounds very well. So essentially, that's how you complete every stage in this game. You just kind of go around, punching the daylights out of people, getting as many combo points as you can. It's a bit of a button masher, but there's some strategic elements to it. Like, you do have your abilities, and you're always going to try to get the highest amount of combos possible. Like, check out what happens when I press the Q key. He pounds the ground and makes all those little boulders come up and does massive damage to anyone in sort of an area of effect. And I haven't even tried my new ability yet. Let's see what happens if I hit it. Okay. Wow, that looked awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to unlock some of the newer characters in this game, but this guy's actually pretty cool in and of itself. And you get different items and things as you kill enemies. It's sort of you kill enemies and as you complete stages. It sort of reminds me of Diablo in a sense that you'll just pick up different items, and some of them will have stats and some of them don't. And then you can equip them onto your character, and it actually changes their appearance. Like, as you can see, my character here didn't quite start out this way, but depending on the armor that you have, depending on, of course, how your character is going to look. And interface wise, it's very, very similar to something like Diablo there again. I mean, you essentially have your two vials down there at the bottom left and the bottom right. You have your health vial on the bottom left, which is red, and on the bottom right you have your mana vial. And of course, all of my abilities right now are taking up some of my mana, so I have to let them recharge after a while. But I do have a health potion. I have 2 health potions, and I'm not sure actually, but I think number 2 is a mana potion. Let's go ahead and try that. No, that's not a mana potion. Those are like, oh yeah, those are like bombs. You can throw them and they do a slight amount of damage to enemies. But really, as far as since I've been playing anyway, the hardest enemies, well, obviously the hardest enemies would be the bosses. But in terms of the enemies that I've fought, well, that was weird. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but the sound all of a sudden started playing. But in terms of the enemies that I fought, or the stages that I fought, for the most part, the enemies don't offer much of a challenge, but the bosses are sort of disproportionately more difficult than the rest of the content, which, there again, the bosses themselves aren't even hard, but the bosses are really the only times which you'll probably even need to use your health potions. But feel free to stock up on those even if you need to, because they always do come in handy. So essentially here for this quest, I'm just killing waves and waves of enemies. Wave 1 of 4, I have 6 enemies remaining that I've got to kill. I'm level 5, the rest of these guys are level 5. And there again, you know, there's different combos you can pick. You can actually hit the escape key if you want to see sort of a move list. But there's different ones. DS is the first one it taught me, if I hit the D key and then the S key. And he just simply does that. And then there's another one where you type DDSS, and he'll jump up in the air and then slam his fist down just like that right there. And those are the only combos that I've actually been taught in the game. But for the most part, you can just kind of button mash and then discover like combos on your own. So I gotta kill these little green guys, and again, they're not even really doing that much damage to me at all. I mean, they're just kind of standing around and I'm just kind of knocking them all over the place. But hey, I'm not really complaining about that. I mean, I kind of like games that make me feel more powerful. But yeah, these guys aren't going to take too long to kill at all. Got these guys. One more, or actually a lot more than one more. I don't know why I thought I only had one more to kill. But, well, I'm actually getting hit now. Oh yeah, I have no more I need to charge my mana before I start using those abilities some more. But yeah, if you want to, of course, you can use the A key to block, as I said before. But for the most part, you're not going to need to until you get to the boss fights. So I got that guy down, and then one more. Or about 3 more coming up, and I am actually going to have to pop a health potion. Hopefully I won't die in this next event. That would be embarrassing. It would be the first time, actually, when I'm recording this video. Go figure. Alright, I got a level up, and I got a new ability, Stonebreaker 3. All I have to do is hit the S 3 times, and I'm going to go pick up that piece of armor there. I don't think there's any way that you can actually equip the armor while you're in-game. Somebody that's played a lot more of this can correct me if I am wrong, but I don't think there's that ability. So let's see what pressing S 3 times actually does. Oh wow, that looks awesome. It just made him fly across the ring. The room. Sorry, the game kind of froze there for a little bit. This game doesn't really seem to like fraps, but that could be because I'm trying to play this game inside of Facebook, because that's the only way I can access this game right now. I can't play it in full screen or actually on the official website, as far as I know with the type of account that I have. But, yeah, these guys are also going down pretty fast. This is wave 3 of 4, so I'm going to have to kill one more wave. The fourth wave may be the boss wave, but I'm not quite sure. It does feel like the stage should be coming to an end momentarily, so I probably don't have that much left to do. And is this the boss fight? Is it? I'm not sure. I think it might be. Let's see, just some more dialogue that we don't care about. And yeah, this is the boss fight. So we just got to kill these guys, and then we'll be done with this stage. And hopefully they don't kill me. Wow, they are really doing a number on me now. Okay. Now, see, now is where I want to use my block ability, because if I don't, I am going to get absolutely demolished by these guys. But luckily, they seem to be going down pretty fast. Make sure I use my block. They do sort of, as bad as I'm showing you guys off here, they do sort of telegraph their attacks. They're going to glow sort of they're going to glow white, and essentially that means they're about to attack you. So as long as you can block that when they do that, you should be pretty good. And there we go, and there's the strange music that's playing. I don't know if you can hear it, but I guess that's some kind of a glitch they're going to have to work out. This game is in closed beta, by the way. So we're going to go ahead and open this chest and get some items and some gold and lots of fun stuff like that. And we completed the stage. And well, that in a nutshell is basically ChronoBlade. If you guys want to learn more about ChronoBlade, head on over to the game's official site. If you guys want to check out more about MMO Attack, head on over to MMOattack.com for more MMO gaming news, reviews, opinions, giveaways, and other awesomeness.